Hey guys, welcome back with another video on Hacktify Diaries where you get to learn about cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and much more. Apart from that, if you are preparing for the CH or EGPT or any other certification for your career or for a job, so this channel is absolutely for you because on my channel I daily, sorry, not daily, but whenever I get time, I usually upload the videos related to CH13, version 13, then how you can exactly crack your practical exams, and then like what are the things you should do not do on like while you doing practice, or like whatever you do when you do penetration testing or something like that. Apart from that, if you just go to my channel, I have uploaded several videos related to like how you can set up your own labs, then how you can basically uh, do the practice for the CH. Everything you will get on my channels. Okay, so if you're new to my channel guys, only a request that don't forget to subscribe because it take a lot of time to find out topics to create a videos for you and make them implemented. Okay, so before moving ahead guys, first of all I want to just say one thing: those people who are preparing for their CH just by thinking that after clearing your CH you will get a job or you will get your dream job in the cyber security, so it's your big mistake guys. A piece of paper or a certification will not gonna help you to get your dream job. You need to improve your skills, you need to improve your skills, you need to be hands on, you need to get hands on with multiple tools. Okay, you need to learn how to set up your own labs, you need to build your labs, you need to make your own environment, start practicing, do hack the box, try solving, try hack me machine, where you will actually gain hands-on experience with multiple tools, multiple hacking machines, web exploitations, Linux exploitations, privilege escalations, active directory, and all that things. Okay, so let's come to the topics, and in this video guys we are gonna learn about how we can actually compromise Windows Server 2022. Okay, so let me just log into my Windows Server. Sorry, just ignore this, I mistakenly named it 2016 but it's actually 2022. Okay, so let me just log into my Windows Server 2022, and here you can see right now this is my Windows Server and this is my Kali machine. So one is a attacker machine and one is our victim machine. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna demonstrate each and every step how we can actually compromise our this Windows Server, and in this I'm gonna use a Windows SMB protocol to compromise this machine. Okay, I'm not gonna use any other ports, I'm not gonna use any other different methods. I'm gonna show you how you can actually compromise Windows Server by finding the loopholes inside the machines. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do now, if you can see properly, this is my let me just maximize, and here you can see this is my IP address of my Windows Server 2019. So whenever you perform penetration testing, or whenever you perform hacking or something like that, not hacking actually I can say, whenever you are working, okay, right now as I'm working as a VAPT analyst, so whenever we perform penetration testing, so our first job is to do the information gathering. Okay, until unless you have not information about your target, you cannot perform any attack, you cannot hack that person, or you cannot hack that particular server or website. Okay, so this video first of all is only for educational purpose. Whatever I'm gonna show you, whatever I'm gonna perform in this video, it's just for educational purpose, and I have already created my own sandbox environment where I'm doing all these things. So make sure not to perform illegal activities on other system until unless you don't have permissions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, to save my time, I've already performed the nmap scan. If you can see here, this is my IP, and let me just paste the IP address to show you. You can see here 192.168.223 and 149. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll just simply control C. So as I told you in the beginning only, that we're gonna perform attack on SMB port. We're not gonna touch any other ports, like there is like LDAP ports is available, then RDP ports are there, AT like web server port is there, then NetBIOS port is also there. Okay, so all these ports are open. I've created I opened this all this port, but right now we will only focus on SMB ports, and I'm gonna show you how you can actually compromise the SMB ports in a multiple in a different ways. Okay, so first of all what we're gonna do now, as you can see that SMB port is open on our this IP address, and this video is not only help you to understand how you can actually compromise the Windows servers or Windows machine on SMB port, but also it will gonna help you if you are preparing for the CH exams. Okay, so now if you'll see that we have multiple vulnerabilities, like if you can see, if we'll do the interceptions like with the help of the burp suite, we can see that the trace, get, head, post, pro find, pro patch, then all these put, delete, copy, move, lock, etc., all these ports services are available, or like attacker can perform all these things if he will compromise, if he will intercept our web server traffic with the help of the burp suite. So okay, apart from this, you can see allowed methods are like this trace gates, and you will see that it's potentially risky. That trace, copy, pro defined locks, unlock, pro patch, and all that things are available, but we're not gonna focus on this. As in the beginning only I said, we're gonna focus on the SMB port. So right now you can see that the SMB port is there available and it's open. And Microsoft Windows Server 2022, in the beginning, as I said, the 22 server is there, and the machine is right now inside the work group, okay, not in the domain. You can see the work group name is Marvel. Apart from that, if I just scroll it down, we can see we can get more information, like target name is Marvel and the NetBIOS name also Marvel. NetBIOS computer name is Hydra DC. So right now you can see the product version and all that confidential details, like you cannot consider as a confidential, but yeah, it can be harmful if you are opening all this detail in your Windows server. So make sure whenever you are setting up your Windows server for your environment, for your production machine, so make sure always disable all these things. So apart from that, you can see that if you'll see properly, that it's saying that message signing enabled and required. So what basically this means, okay, so I've already here written. So what exactly this means, basically, let me just show you. Okay, so fine. So right now it's saying that the message is signing enabled and it's required. So it means whatever the communication will go over the SMB ports, it will should be cryptographically signed, because this basically helps. So whatever the communication will go over the SMB, it will be first of all cryptographic sign, it will be there. Attackers will not be able to perform like MITM attacks, all that things, and it will it will prevent attackers to tampering the data. They will not be able to perform like any MITM attack such like that. Okay, so these are the details like in enumeration which we done on the Windows servers. Like let's what we do, we're gonna perform the attacks. We'll try to compromise this SMB port, and for that what I have done, I have already created one username and the password. Now those who will say that, yeah, that bro, you already know the username and the password. So yes, I know the username and the password, but our main job or our main goal is in this video is to teach you how you can actually compromise the Windows machine on port SMB in a multiple ways. Okay, so right now you can see we have username and the password file. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll just simply do the Hydra -l username and the password .txt. Make sure if you don't have the username and the if you have the username, then at that time you're gonna use the small l, and if you don't know the username, so you can use -l, okay, capital L. Make sure it should be case sensitive. And now what I'm gonna do now, I'll just change the IP address. Here we go, and let me just change the IP. And now what I'm gonna do now, I'll just copy paste the IP address, and instead of RDP I'm gonna put the SMB. Let's see it will gonna crack or not. Okay, and boom, now you can see guys, we have successfully cracked the username and the password. It did just take a couple of seconds to crack because it's we already have the username and the password. But now what we can do, now we have the username and the password, so our next goal is to gain the access via SMB. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'll try to authenticate with the SMB. So for the first thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Evil Windrum. Okay, if you don't know about the Evil Windrum, you can just go and check on the YouTube or like Google, or you can do YouTube search. It will gonna help us to take the shell or like a shell of the machine. So what I'm gonna do now, if I'll just press the enter button, let me just change the IP address also. So let's see we'll get the access of this machine or not with the help of this username and the password. Okay, I've done some wrong things, and let me just remove this extra dot, and let me try now. And boom, now you can see guys, we have successfully got the access of our this machine. And if I'll try to clear this machine, okay, sorry, we cannot clear because it's not a full shell. And now if I'll just type who am I exactly to see, now you can see we are Marvel administrator, which means we are a normal user. Okay, we haven't got a local like anti-authority system, we are not a full user, we haven't performed the privilege escalation step. But what I can do, if I want to check like this, okay, so fine, now you can see there is inet perform logs, program files, users and Windows, and there is a flag.txt. But our main job is to see that what are the ways that we can compromise our Windows Server machine. So first of all, let me just check, type, and let's see what it will gonna give us. And congratulations that you have successfully compromised this machine, and I know it was very easy method. But let's see, now our main goal is to compromise the machine on privileged levels. Okay, right now we have a low level access of this machine. So with the help of the Evil Windrum, you can take the access of this machine. Apart from that, as I told you, there is another way also to compromise this machine. So let me just first of all change my directory to pictures. And now what I'm gonna do now, I'll just change my directory again, and here we go. So now there is a tool which name is smb.exe.py, which we're gonna use right now to gain a privilege escalation for our machine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'll just simply do like this: smb.exe.py, username is administrator and password is this. And now if I'll just press the enter button, let's see what will gonna happen. Okay, something is wrong. smb.exec, fine, everything is good. Okay, python, or let me just remove this also. Fine, something is wrong. Let me just do smb.exe.py, and here we go. Let's see if everything is good. 192, 168, 223. Okay, fine. 49, and let's press the enter button again. Okay, so something, okay, fine. So what I have to do, let me just activate the environment, and now if I'll do, and boom, now you can see the first it was not working because I haven't enabled the virtual environment inside my machine, because smb.smbxc basically it's work on python 2, it will not gonna support python 3. So make sure you need to create a virtual environment first of all in your kali machine, then you need to activate that environment, and then you can perform. So now if I'll just type who am I, so let's see, and now you can see that we have anti-authority, which means we are a administrator of this machine. So now if I'll just try to change the directory or something like that, you can see dir, and if I'll try to see, all the files are available here right now. And if I'll just go, okay, if I'll just try and bitstat -n, let's see, and you can see this like netbios local name hydra dc, which we already seen here, that the machine is inside the work group and the machine name is hydra, that marvel is the username, marvel is the local user. And now if I just press the exit button, now we came out. Okay, so another method is that we can go for the impacket. Okay, for that I'm gonna use impacket wmix executions administrator. Again the IP address will be the same, a username and the password will be the same. Let's see now, and boom, again we got a shell access of this machine. And now if I'll just check who am I, so you can see marvel administrator. And now if I want to just check like this, cd users, and inside the cd users let's press the dir for the directory searching, and let's see we can access the administrator or not. And boom, now we can access the administrator also. And here you can see we got a fully access, like we are now a complete root user of this machine. So now you understand these are all the methods, like you can use the impacket, then you can use the wmix, then you can use the smbxc. You can go for another very simple method, that you can also try smb client -l, then you can see that what are the share file names are available. Okay, so let's see, let me just press the password. Okay, fine, so I given the wrong password, maybe that's why it didn't work. Fine, so now you can see for -l basically we used to list all the share files which are available inside the machine. So you can see there is a user share, syslogs, netlogan, ipc, admin, all these file share names are available. So what I can do, I can go for the smb client also. Let me just do it like this, and here we go. If I'll just remove this, and after this I have to just give the admin $, and let's press the enter button. It will gonna ask me the password again. Let's press the passwords. Okay, fine, something is wrong. Let me just press. Okay, hold on, let me just remove this first of all. Okay, maybe something is wrong. Let me just take the help of a quick chat gpt. Okay, what exactly we are doing wrong? Okay, I understand now. Actually we were giving the wrong username. So what I can do now, let me remove all these things because right now it's not necessary, and press the passwords, and boom, now you can see we have got the access with the help of the SMB client also. So now here we learn how we can actually compromise the Windows server with the help of SMB client, okay, in a multiple ways. So hope you guys understand this video, hope you learn something new, hope you understand how you can actually compromise the Windows server with the help of different methods. And in the next video or in my next lecture, we're gonna see that how we can compromise the Windows server with the help on port 80. Okay, so that's it for today guys. We'll meet in the another video, and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest update whenever I will upload the videos. Thanks guys, have a great day.